The gratitude section for me, oh man, that hit my soul.
Serious.
It hit my soul because it brought me back to times in my life where it's like I've been so grateful for certain things. And I remember when I first moved into my flat. So prior to moving into my flat, I lived with my dad for a couple of years, and I slept on a sofa. I didn't have a bedroom, and I still had somewhere to live. But I could have had a nicer, I could have had my own room. Anyway, when I moved out, the business was doing well enough to pay rent. When I got my double bed, listen, for about a month, yeah, this is not even exaggeration, for about a month, yeah, every day I woke up and I was like, just stretching out going from a sofa to a bed, and not even just going from the sofa to a bed, going from a sofa to a house. Where I now have a bedroom of my own. I can just go in my bedroom and chill if I want. Whereas, my dad's house was a 1-bedroom flat. I'm either like, do you know what I mean? It was just cramped, 2 grown men. I mean, I'm very grateful for that as well, because, I was fortunate enough to have somewhere to stay. But that gratitude section reminded me of that. And it was like, do you know what? I need to remember that I'm actually really lucky to have a bed. Because there was a time when I didn't have a bed and I've got one now, and there are so many people out there who don't even have a home. They don't have fresh water, and it just made me really grateful. And even up till now, from reading the book, I'm still doing my best to remember to be grateful.
Do you keep a gratitude journal?
I don't keep a gratitude journal, but do you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna buy one today.
Yeah, I think you should. I think you'd benefit. Like, I have one. I don't use it. I don't do it every day. I try to do it every day. Yeah. But a friend of mine told me about his, and then when you say journal, he just literally makes notes on his phone.
Yeah.
So I was like, tell me about it. But that's the thing. Is like maybe overcomplicate things sometimes. He goes, I'll just make every morning. He just wakes up and writes 5 things that he's grateful for.
Yeah.
And I was like, but then I said, then this thing is about doing it mindfully. Because I said to him, because I've tried in the past, I've tried to be grateful, do extra practice gratitude. But when I was speaking with him, he kind of said to me, no, you've got a deep, like, these weren't his words, but he was like, no, he really sits on that thought.
Yeah.
You got a heart. And then I was like, raw, because there's one time I think I was like, I'm grateful that like my parents are still alive. And then I thought, no, let me think about if my parents, like, if I got a phone call today. Do you know what I'm saying? You got to really sit on it and think it. And then you feel even more grateful. It's like, then you actually experience it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, and little things, man. Then and like even he says in the book, and I realized when I started doing it, as the day's going on, I'm thinking, what am I going to write tomorrow? So you start thinking like, what, your mind. So you start looking for things to be to feel grateful for.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so it's like you start looking like, boy, that the person who gave me that customer service in that shop was so nice. Like, I'm grateful for good customer service, or boy, we've got clean. Whatever it is, you start thinking because you want stuff to. So I started just thinking like, like I'm so grateful I get to go walk to the gym, or it could like, anyways,
it could be anything. Like you've got legs. Do you know what I mean?
I'm
grateful for my legs.
You see? So anyway, so the gratitude part really, and then he goes into it a lot about how he how he wakes up, and I think he rolls on his stomach and he makes, basically it's a prayer. He doesn't call it a prayer, but I'll translate it as a prayer. And I'm like, yeah, man, it's important, I think, man, because like you said, we're just so lucky to even to be able to have this conversation that we're having now.
Yeah.
And again, look at this, going back to your interview you did with your inspired to be inspired, the most recent interview that you've done.
Yeah.
And the guy was talking about, he basically, he had Uber before Uber was around. In a sense, I'm saying it wrong, but he had the call cab or something. The idea.
Yeah.
But the technology wasn't up to scratch. So for us being in this era now, where we're able to create things and do things, and the technology is up to speed with us, Like that's something to be grateful for. It's there if you look for it. You know what it is, yeah? There's a positive in every situation and there's a negative in every situation. And it just depends where your focus is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So no, the gratitude part was big.
Do you know what? I want to give the viewers a gem with that, because, you know, some people find it hard to get out of that negative mindset and find it hard to find the positives. And this may help someone, hopefully it does. But there was a part in the book that was like, okay, I have to write this down. But the book talks about salt in a cup. So I can't remember who it was, but someone gives a guy a glass of water and tells them to put salt in it and drink it. They drink it and it's like, this is disgusting. Then they take them to the lake where there's fresh water flowing. They're like, all right, cool. Put salt in the water and then scoop up the water and drink it. How was that? And they're like, oh, it's so refreshing. And it was kind of like, if you have your mind, if you're narrow-minded and you're only thinking about the salt in just a cup, it's going to be nasty. You're going to have negative emotions. You're going to have negative thoughts. But if you expand your mind to think of, okay, what are the other possibilities out of this situation? You can have a positive experience still. You don't need to think, okay, you don't need to think so linear. Okay, this happened, therefore bad. You can think, okay, this happened. Okay, maybe this opportunity can come from it. Maybe that opportunity can come from it. But using that example, I thought, yeah, that's good.
Mr. Fly and I are always dropping gems. And to watch the full episode, click here. Or for some more snippets and some more gems, click here. Peace.